What's up, everyone? Doing some much needed clothes folding. So, I have been contemplating lately, and I really feel like I hit like a next level in my understanding of a lot of the things I've described in the past, but just kind of a new layer here is how important mythologies are to each and every culture. And with these mythologies comes the idea that we should only subscribe to whichever mythologies people are creating, right? So there's mythologies associated with America, there's mythologies associated with Europe, there's mythologies associated with China. So everyone kind of makes up these ideas, and then it becomes like the only thing you're allowed to believe, right? So we see that a big part of this understanding has always been between what the world calls civilized and what the world calls savage. So whenever you're a savage, right, that means that you can live off the land. You know which plants to eat, you know which animals to kill, you know how to fish, you know how to get your own food, right? So you become someone who doesn't actually need civilization like people who have lived in a civilized atmosphere for so long forgets to live off the land. So you have those two competing tendencies there, and it's a completely different worldview. So imagine the ideas of a hospital, and you have people who are civilized prescribing these medications that have been patented and require all these laws, right? As opposed to talking to a savage who might be, he might know plants that he can grow himself and smoke, or plants that will make him hallucinate, or mushrooms that are edible, or mushrooms that might make you hallucinate or be used for medicine, right? So we see that idea of what the world sees in these institutions, and then maybe a witch doctor in Africa, right? So but both, who's to say which one is right in this reality we live in, right? So, I'm certainly not pretending to be smart. I'm just some random guy on YouTube. So, go and speak to your doctors if you're experiencing medical problems, right? Like disclaimers, right? So, but I'm just beginning to learn how absurd all of this is. Keeping a dream journal has had a major impact on all of this, and just kind of realizing that when you're awake, you're kind of, we've been taught these rigid ways of how to view our reality, but whenever we keep a dream journal, there's like a breakthrough in realizing that maybe the way we think and maybe the things we've been told aren't so narrow. Maybe there's a whole lot more to this world, and a whole lot of interesting things always left to uncover and to discover, versus these very rigid hierarchies like the government and the church and the schools and all of these things that they want us completely focused on that. They definitely wouldn't want you doing anything that's too mind expanding, things that help you see outside of these norms which they have created for you, right? Blind faith, and so waking up is a lot more scary than just blindly accepting everything you've been told. So see you on the next video. Later.